In a small courtroom in Providence, Rhode Island, ordinary people faced parking tickets, speeding fines, and small claims. But what captured the world's attention wasn't the cases themselves, it was the men behind the bench. His name was Judge Frank Caprio. And his way of dispensing justice, firm but compassionate, made him a global symbol of kindness. Frank Caprio was born in 1936, the son of Italian immigrants. His father, Antonio, was a milkman. His mother, Filomena, raised the family with strong values of faith and discipline. They lived modestly, but never without love. As a boy, Frank worked odd jobs to help support his family. He carried with him the lessons of hard work and humility, lessons that would later shape his approach to justice. Education was his pathway forward. Frank became the first in his family to attend college, and later graduated from Suffolk University Law School. It was there that he discovered his calling, the law. In 1985, Frank Caprio was appointed to the Providence Municipal Court. His courtroom handled minor cases, parking violations, traffic tickets, and small disputes. To most, it was a modest appointment. But for Frank, every case was an opportunity. He believed that even the smallest matters could have a big impact on people's lives. Behind every citation, he saw a story, a human being struggling, hoping, or simply trying to get by. Soon, local producers began filming his cases. The program was called Caught in Providence. At first, it was just a regional broadcast. But what viewers saw was unlike anything else. Instead of cold rulings, they saw humor, empathy, and compassion. Judge Caprio didn't just enforce the law, he listened. He gave people a chance to explain themselves, to share their burdens, and sometimes, to laugh. One moment showed a young girl standing beside her mother in court. Judge Caprio asked her if her mother should pay the fine. The child said no. The judge smiled and let them go. That simple moment captured millions of hearts. For Judge Caprio, justice was never about punishment alone. It was about understanding. His courtroom became a stage for human connection. By 2010, clips from Caught in Providence spread across YouTube and social media. Suddenly, millions of people around the world were watching. From Brazil to India, Italy to Ghana, viewers tuned in, not for the legal rulings, but for the humanity. They watched a judge who sometimes forgave fines, who listened to single parents struggling, who encouraged children to do well in school. In an age of cynicism, his kindness stood out. His courtroom went viral because it reminded people everywhere that justice could be gentle, and that even authority could be humane. Frank Caprio's philosophy was simple. He once said, "The law must be just, but justice must also be kind." He believed that mercy was not weakness, it was wisdom. That dignity should never be denied to anyone, no matter how small their case. In his courtroom, people did not feel like criminals. They felt heard. And in being heard, many felt transformed. His rulings went beyond tickets and fines. They touched lives. After nearly 4 decades on the bench, Judge Caprio retired in 2023. His courtroom closed, but his influence continues to echo around the world. He reminded us that the law is not just about rules, it's about people. And people need fairness, yes, but also compassion. For many, he became more than a judge. He became a symbol of hope, proof that authority could be humane, and that justice, when paired with kindness, can heal. Frank Caprio's story is not just about one man or one courtroom. It is about the power of compassion. It is about remembering that every decision, no matter how small, can leave a lasting impact. He showed us that kindness can go viral, that justice can inspire, and that one person, armed with empathy, can make the world a better place. Judge Frank Caprio leaves us with a timeless lesson: the law must be just, but justice must also be kind. In Judge Frank Caprio's courtroom, every case was more than just a number. Behind the tickets and violations, there were often stories of struggle, survival, and hope. One morning, a young woman named Gladys stood nervously before the bench. On paper, she looked like a reckless driver, 9 violations, mostly speeding and running red lights. But the truth was far deeper. Judge Caprio.
What are we going to do with you? Look at this innocent young woman, Inspector Quinn. She has 9 violations, red lights and speeding.
Gladys explains.
I work for a staffing agency. I'm a recruiter. But those tickets, many of them, came from a very difficult time. I was in a domestic violence relationship. I was running away from someone who used to chase me, with my daughter in the car.
How old is your daughter?
She's 9.
And she lives with you?
Yes, I'm a single parent.
The courtroom grew quiet. Judge Caprio chose not to pry into her trauma, but he understood the weight she carried. Some of the tickets, he explained, could be linked to her state of mind at the time. But the fines still stood. Gladys owed $350. For a single mother, that amount was overwhelming.
There are very generous and compassionate people in this world. I receive letters every week from people who want to help strangers here in court.
He pulled out envelopes from his desk.
One is from Joseph Barras of Kingston, Pennsylvania. He sent $100, asking that I use it to help someone in need. Another comes from the Fields family in Phoenix, Arizona, immigrants themselves, who sent $75. And finally, Zeno Mueller Coaching in California, who sent $50.
He paused, then smiled at Gladys.
That's $225 from people who don't even know you. With their generosity, your balance is reduced. You'll only owe $125.
Tears in her eyes.
Can I give you a hug?
Of course.
They embraced as the courtroom erupted in applause. This was Judge Caprio's courtroom at its heart, strangers across the country, moved by compassion, reaching out to lift someone they would never meet. And a judge who believed that justice should always be tempered with mercy. Another case was Mr. Khaliva, the 96-year-old caregiver. Judge Caprio read the charge, a school zone violation. The defendant, Mr. Khaliva, 96 years old, sat humbly before the bench.
Thank you.
I don't drive fast, Judge. I only drive when I have to. That day, I was taking my son to get blood work. He has cancer. Every 2 weeks, I bring him.
Caprio leaned in, visibly moved.
You're 96, still caring for your son.
Yes.
He's 63 now.
The courtroom fell silent. Judge Caprio shook his head in admiration.
63. And Daddy's still taking care of him, right?
You are a good man. Truly, you are what America is all about. Family, sacrifice, love. At your age, you're still putting others before yourself. That is a beautiful thing.
With compassion in his voice, Caprio dismissed the case.
Sir, I wish you and your son the very best. God bless you.
I wish you good health. And your case is dismissed. Good luck to you and God bless you. Thank you.
The crowd applauded as Mr. Khaliva left the courtroom, a living testament to devotion and fatherly love.
Another case was Savannah and her mother, parking, court, and a boyfriend problem. Savannah Ospian appeared with her mother over a parking violation. Savannah explained she had parked on Brown Street while waiting for her boyfriend at Superior Court. When Judge Caprio asked her mother for her thoughts on the boyfriend, she didn't hold back.
You want to say anything else?
He was living with us. I just threw him out yesterday.
Oh.
Never want to see him again. Never. He will never live with us again. He is no good.
I don't like him. Never did, never will. He was living with us and I threw him out yesterday. He's no good. I could have killed him, but I thought, if I go to jail, my daughter will be left alone.
The courtroom erupted with laughter and gasps. Savannah admitted, awkwardly, that she already knew how much her mother disliked him.
I feel I'm old enough to choose who I date, but it is awkward when your mom doesn't like your boyfriend.
My son's in the back now, right? Are you looking for a new boyfriend?
He looks just like you.
Why don't you wave to him? Give him a wave. Maybe.
Turning the tension into light-hearted humor, Caprio teased that her mother might have just found her a new boyfriend, pointing to his own son in the courtroom. Caprio smiled knowingly.
What's going on, but as a general rule, I think you should listen to your parents. As a general rule.
As a general rule, Savannah, you should listen to your parents.
Finally, after reviewing the street's poor signage, he dismissed Savannah's ticket.
Good luck to both of you. And Savannah, maybe take your mom's advice.
Another case, Linda and her husband, the red light debate. Linda Field stood before Judge Frank Caprio with her husband by her side. She explained that the ticket had arrived in her name, but her husband was the one driving.
Driving my car. I'm not guilty. He is.
Linda recalled.
I opened the mail and saw the ticket. I asked him what happened. He told me, just pay it. But I said, no, we're fighting this.
Let me explain what happened. I get the ticket in the mail, and I go, what's this? He says, just pay it.
Her husband explained that he had been rushing to the hospital to visit their son, who had recently been in a serious car accident. He admitted he turned right on a yellow light. Linda, however, said when she reviewed the video, it was clearly red.
So you came here today to tell me your husband is guilty? The first thing you did was throw him under the bus.
What happened? He says, I'm at the corner of Eddie and Dudley, and I turned right.
The judge pulled up the video evidence. It showed that the light had been red for just 0.3 of a second when her husband drove through.
Video. Let's see the front face sheet, please. See where it says red time. She's going to put an arrow there.
0.3.
By law, anything within 0.2 of a second is allowed. You missed it by 1/10. So, do we give him the benefit of the doubt?
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but he has to take me to dinner.
Now, let me finish.
Okay.
You go through this every day?
Yes, Your Honor.
We've been happily married for 43 years, right?
Yes, dear.
Judge Caprio burst into laughter. That's a good deal. Case dismissed.
Frank Caprio's courtroom was never just about tickets, fines, or the law. It was about people. It was about dignity, compassion, and the belief that justice without mercy is not justice at all.